Hey everyone, Waddler-D here. We are back with a new installment of WhaDaFah? And this is a game that I hold very close to my heart. It is Monster World 4, but they remade it, and right now we have to talk about this thing. And unfortunately, this game is going to be a nice representation of why I am very hesitant on 2.5D remakes. This game. I'm going to try my best not to lose my cool on this, because this game kind of pisses me off. I'm not going to lie. So this is Wonder Boy, Asha, and Monster World. You're going to have a time with it, and you can thank some of these people involved. I believe Artdink is the developer, so they can get all the blame on this one, because I really don't like what they've given me in any way, shape, or form. And I love this title screen right here, where they fix this. Oh, so you're saying that's what the game's gonna be like to begin with.
I did review the original, and this is actually in the game. Like, they actually have like a Star Wars like setup with this, but I didn't expect the voice acting. I really did not. I was like, whoa, okay, this is budget. So here's where I'm already getting told that they put most of their money into voice acting, which honestly they didn't need, but I guess I can appreciate it. But it kind of reminds me of like Slayers, like this opening, just a voice actor behind it, just reminds me of Slayers. It's kind of funny like that. But nevertheless, basically it's just telling us a nice little story of, hey, by the way, Wonder Boy? No, we're going to talk about a little girl in this case. Okay, that's perfectly fine. And we get a name drop too, which I don't think actually ever popped up in the original. Okay, and then we're gonna get started reading with
some of the issues that you will experience with the Switch version. You will basically get bombarded with frame inconsistencies. So settings. Game will talk to a lot. But also you want to make sure to note of a couple things where magic hit is not a random generated sort of thing. It's something that you have to hold down and then attack.
Oh yeah, this also was in the original, but they didn't really spoil everything. Like, you didn't get to see these guys from the side, so now I know what the villains look like. All of them. I didn't know what he looked like in the original. I didn't know what these four fools looked like in the original. I only knew what they were depicted from the back. This game's like, okay, here we go. Here's all the villains you might want to know about. You didn't even have... You had an option of seeing that one. You didn't have to. This is similar. Now, this is what kind of gave me hope about this game. Asha looks great. Like, her model looks fantastic, but then she opens her eyes, and it's different from the original. And you're like, okay, I guess they had a problem with what they were originally? Maybe. I'm not complaining too much, it's just weird. Nevertheless, Asha is going to be put in our control in about a matter of seconds.
And we already seen some hitching, so I'm telling you, playing this game on the Switch is not a good idea, unfortunately. What's up, Papa? How you doing?
You know what's funny? The tone of this game changes with the father figure. In the original, it sounded like he was very snide and sarcastic about Asha wanting to be a warrior. In the official translation, he said pretending to be a warrior. Here he says you sound like a warrior. So they apparently progressed from being more and more
accepting of that situation. And of course, we can still do this in this game. Jump off a cliff. Interesting that they kept that in. But here's where I'm starting to learn about Asha's animations. I don't know how to feel about them, and this is easily the worst offender. When you used the dash attack in the original, you slid about a good 5-10 feet forward. It felt like it was, you had a lot of momentum behind your slash. Here, you just kind of start wearing shoes with glue on them, and you stop dead. Whoa, okay, Asha, what's up with that? And that spin was really janky, not gonna lie. But, the animation's not terrible. Asha, your wiggle is cute and all, but damn, what the hell? This lady's dialogue. Sure, she looks nice, but look at what we're gonna be hit with here shortly. That's fine. There's an extra space after that comma. What the hell is me safe? What is me safe? Sup, fellow guy? Oh, this is where I mean it's gonna get worse. You notice how it says comma at the end, and there's more to do? What does he say after all this? Why do I have another text box for one freaking word? You had plenty of space, game. So, somebody did not do any proofreading for this game. That's what I'm already seeing, and it's frustrating. Like, I'm gonna have to deal with janky-ass dialogue. Inconsistency is all... The hell, what kind of animation is this? You don't... Is that a normal bowing animation? Just curious, guys. I'm just running across. I'm trying my best not to complain about everything. Funny how he's talking about ropes, and we haven't seen a single one yet. Uh-huh.
Yep. Thank you for your very, platitudes. Thank you. Uh-oh, father figure's gonna stop me. Hi. Yeah. I have no reason not to go anyplace else. Yeah, I found that stupid door earlier. Well, if you say no, and you have it, he says don't lie to me. Yeah, he's definitely not the dumb father figure.
Well, look. Yes, I'm pretty sure you'll have a good time well looking after my mom. And then we get greeted with this guy. Remember this guy from the original? He used to save our games for us. And then he greets me with this really, really weird interaction. I am the world-famous sage. What? And then it gives me a yes or no. What does that fucking mean? I'm sorry, but what does that mean? So, I'm gonna pick no. And that apparently says never heard of me, so I guess he's asking, have you heard of me? By the way, you can now save the game from the pause menu. And he basically just says, well, I'm just a piece of crap, and shouldn't be here at all. Are you kidding me? You get greeted with the first enemy. Enemies look okay. Like, this one shouldn't kill you. And then we get to learn about the magic hit attack. My English minor is screaming right now. Don't do damage, as this one shouldn't. There will be some enemies that will do damage on contact, but this one definitely not a problem. And this one actually describes something new, like doing that. That's actually kind of cool. I'm all for that. I'm glad that the game is willing to bring that to your attention. This sign pisses me off, though. It says you can hurt some enemies just by touching them. It's lying. This is actually a sign that's lying, because the first enemy you do that against, they hurt you. So, I don't understand why they did that, or why they put that sign there. That's literally just false information. I don't understand. Why did the game do that? I guess they wanted to have a laugh. Oh, you're gonna fall for our trick? LOL. Compared to the original, is when you take damage, it doesn't take from the red hearts, it takes from the blue hearts now. I kind of like that, because it felt weird to have, like, the red hearts deplete first, because those were originally there to begin with. And you're probably seeing what I've been seeing for the past however many minutes, but do you feel like the game is not consistently going at, like, 30 or 60 frames per second constantly? Like, you always feel like there's something dragging you down in terms of speed. So this enemy up here, in the original, you would have to deal with those spores raining down upon you, but here they get stuck on the bridge, so kind of an odd change there. I guess they're trying to be kind to the player. And they still...
Newer players, or just in general, like, there's some parts in this game that I would not want to see return. Like, I'm pretty sure the carpet ride is a piece of crap yet again. Yep, I know.
And then they tell you about that after the fact you did all that. It'd be funny if they did, and it's like, oh, you plummeted into a death pit. Well, that's too bad. So at least they didn't make you trick yourself into that situation. And they don't tell you which platform, they just say a platform, okay? Uh-huh. Stand in front of the statue, I understand. Yeah, I do. Thank you. Also, they don't tell what you can do here, they just give you coins and expect you to press up here. Which is kind of cool, but when you don't have an indicator, it's not as enjoyable, because you could just walk past that and not know. away from it this time, which kind of a nice touch to a degree. And this place is more or less the same, except the enemies are a little lacking. One thing I have learned about this game that is kind of nice is when you shield in this game, it's a lot more, there's a lot better feedback. So let's have this guy demonstrate. That is a good shield animation. Like, the fact that it's actually showing you it's doing something as opposed to assuming, oh, I'm not taking damage because it's hitting my shield. Now there's a point of contention where you know where it's hitting that's causing that to happen. Much better than usual. However, these enemies are kind of pathetic. Before you could possibly run into their club, but it's just so little range. You aren't even gonna get a chance to spin around, bud. Oh, Asha, what the hell? She would have that animation as before, but if you didn't have the key, nothing would happen. But it's not to say that all the enemies in here are pathetic. Like, there are a couple enemies that make you actually think.
This guy. This is actually a well-implemented enemy. The fact that he doesn't get stunned by attacks, and I mean, you could possibly kill him before he does anything, but he's actually menacing to the point where I need to defend. I mean, he can mix it up too. Like, sometimes he throws it real quickly, or sometimes he delays it. Maybe he tries to trick you into it. So, there are not, all the enemies are not bad. It's just some of them maybe crappier than others.
Oh, it totally dodges them. Telling you, down thrust might be broken now, guys. It might be very broken. Here's an interesting thing, though. Why the hell did I, like, start up here? I don't understand, game. I should have been standing right here. Apparently, Asha found some frickin' jump boots. So here's the example of the animation. Kind of looks like she's doing the exact same animation like she has a key, but hey, look, a chain that, or a rope slash chain that we could have learned about much earlier, but now we're gonna have to learn about it here. Kind of a scary thought. So they do say holding the attack button does make you slide down. I don't know if that's in the original, so I'll have to check that out. Of course, we got platforming, excellent, killing all these guys.
Whoa, thank goodness my hitbox ain't that big.
Or hurt box, or what you want to call it. Oh, that's fair. Thanks. This guy, actually threatening as heck. Humongous. So, and he used to be pretty damn threatening in the original leader, so this is fair. Holy crap, please die. So, I'll give it that. You can hold multiple elixirs in this one, which, I mean, I'm not against, but that kind of makes things a little easier, I'd say. Like, when... But at the same time, I guess it doesn't have that situation where you, like, oh, you have too many elixir, put that back. Okay. Oh god, in this part. I don't know if it would allow you to climb through these when they're outstretched like this in the original, but this part here is a pain. If you try to jump from here, guess what you're gonna do? Fall right the hell down. That didn't happen in the original. I don't understand that part. It should not have it so you have to be at the perfect position to make this jump. Like, here is pretty much the perfect spot. Any lower, you might not make it. Any higher, you hit your head on the ceiling. Very dumb. And then this part, right here coming up. Not sure how I feel about it, but we are going to go over it. This, I have to... It doesn't really show you anything that's down here. So if I were to happen be over here, I could miss the item I'm trying to collect. Good showing, game. You could at least made that a little more obvious, please. And then, of course, this guy just does an LOL at you. Oh, you ended up over here. Too bad. Try again. And then tells me the dumbest freaking hint. Jumping is effective against that boss. What's that boss? You mean the boss? So they didn't really need to do that. This would be a save point here, which actually would be a good reason to go down there, but you wouldn't know about it, A, and B, or you wouldn't know about it here, and B, it doesn't matter, because you can save your game anywhere.
Because right now, it's not appeasing anybody. You're making the game too hard for people that aren't aware of it, and for those that have played through it, it's like, really? Really? Okay, whatever. I guess we could go down here and grab frickin' herb.
I didn't know the genie had a freaking product line, though. I didn't even know he had a business. What the hell? I'll have to check that in the original, too, I guess. Alright. So, one thing I'm going to have to test out or check out here. Because we're at the boss, and Asha didn't fall at all. She just literally landed. Oh yeah, I probably mean, let's see what happens we go over. No, this is just a dead end. Interesting. Ow. So, boss kind of actually threatening because range. Holy crap, the range. And goes through my freaking shield. Crazy. So, boss is actually difficult. Or at least more difficult than it used to be. Though I wish this was actually interactable. This pit. Are you seriously just gonna keep stabbing me into this? Okay, this is not good. And dead. Wow, that is some massive lag. What, like, frames have gone down to 20 for a moment. Cool, got the chest. What are we getting? Magic lamp, excellent. Guess what happens? Look at the sign. Really? Oh, interesting. She has a nearly dying pose. I don't know why she's smiling. It's like, I like being near death. I certainly don't like her being near death. This game. I don't know where... This is normal. The whole room peering out of nowhere. But look... Let's just hear this music and listen to this guy. Asha, you need to open your mouth. So this is the genie. And the music is, like, absolutely perfect. This is actually what it should be at the title screen that I should have heard. Oh, and it of course greets us with a freaking grammatical error right off the bat. Genie's making me feel real proud about myself. And then this sentence that doesn't make any freaking sense. Go to the royal palace of Rapatanga, whatever. What the heck is it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure the world's going to know that a girl just got freaking recognized as a warrior. Especially in this day and age. Cool. Yeah, I understand. You're basically the magic mirror, in a sense. Yeah, I got it. Get in the damn lamp after we're done. I love how he asks us, do you want to go now? What am I gonna do? Stay trapped in a room? What was up with Asha's legs there? What the... That was kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. Funny thing, I ended up recording so much post-commentary, because here's the idea, guys. Generally, what I'm going to do with my WhaDaFahs is that I'm going to have a nice little showcase of gameplay and reaction to it. And then I would have like a 5 to 10 minute discussion of my feelings about the game in a little bit more well thought out kind of retrospect. This lasted about 15 minutes. And if we were to add this part at the end of the first half of the video, well, we would have a 33-minute video. So we are going to cut it short here, and then we're going to have another secondary video to go along with this, which will talk more about like my serious feelings about this, because honestly, yeah, I have a lot to say. So I hope you enjoyed this little what the fuh, and join me next time as we actually discuss about Asha in Monster World. Holy crap. I have things to say. Thanks for watching. Adios.